I feel that Morningstar is a pilot study, if you will, for a society in which leisure will be compulsory. It's going to be upon us very shortly because of the rapid advance, the snowballing advance of cybernation, the use of computers in industry. And very shortly, all the goods and services that our society requires will be produced in a fraction of the man-hours currently required to produce them. And so we're going to have massive compulsory leisure. We already see it in the so-called hippies, who are the first wave of the people produced by cybernated industry. I mean, they are technologically unemployable. What does technologically unemployable mean? That means you got a job, and during the performance of your duties, a little voice came to you and said, this job could be better done by a machine. That's prelude. That's the psychological preparation to dropping out. People are called to Morningstar by the land, and that's easy to get started. All you have to do is buy a piece of land and deny access to it to no one. Deny access to it to no one. That's a little tip for the people who own lands. And the land will call to itself those who are best suited to make it beautiful. This was done by the Indians for many, many thousands of years on this same ground, and it was quite all right. I mean, everything was quite attractive until Caucasoids moved in and tried to make profits. So I would say that what we're doing here is a kind of pilot study in one facet, if you will, of the life that is going to be in this country. We are also enlisting the aid of the University of California, particularly the School of Architecture, to help design Morningstar. It's amazing, the diversity. Many, of course, are attracted to work in the garden. As I said, many are interested in constructing their own homes. And many, I think, need to learn to do nothing. That's something I'd like to learn how to do, because it's possible to be enlightened in any kind of activity as a karma yogi. LSD is no doubt something that has entered the world as a facet of the divine, and it should be used to reveal the divine. It's no accident that it entered the world at roughly the same time that nuclear fission did. And there's no doubt that anyone who denies himself the opportunity of the consciousness expansion that is available, perhaps it is pseudo, perhaps it is some kind of chemical substitute, but it is definitely a very accurate reproduction of the mystic transport that St. Teresa, St. John of the Cross, everybody has written about. So I think if one denies themselves that particular adventure of consciousness in the 20th century, you're simply a fool.